What the heck is going on, guys? It's your guy, Coke or Hector, and we're back at it like a crack addict. And today, on another episode of the Background Podcast, we have a super cool, super edgy, super talented and creative musician from the local area. His name is...
Sativa Reyes!
Hey!
How's it going, guys?
Yes. We are...
Do you guys like my headphones? They're not mine, but do you like them?
Oh yeah, gotta pick up the good quality when you're in the experience.
Exactly.
So right away, I want to point out your shirt. I mentioned it when you first came in. Everybody be sure to check out the Sativa Reyes merch.
There's a little bit of cat hair on there, but just ignore that.
Yes. That's actually a perfect segue. I wanted to talk about your pets first.
Oh my god, my pets. Okay.
Yes. So last time I was at your apartment, the first pet that I was gravitated towards was your turtle. So just talk about your turtle a little bit. We'll start there.
I got him at Chinatown in a random Chinese shop.
Nice.
And it was like this small. And he was like $15. So I was like, okay, let's get this turtle. And it was an impulsive decision. And I didn't have any turtle equipment. And now I have a bunch of turtle equipment.
Yeah, you got like a turtle mansion going.
Yeah, I bought this like $20-$30 tub at like Farm and Fleet. And it was like only $20 or $30. And it was like this big. And I put a bunch of rocks in it. And... now it's in the back, and my turtle's really liking it.
Yup, living like a pimp.
Sometimes I wish I was a turtle.
Yo, that'd be
because
so
I don't
nice.
want to pay taxes anymore.
Yeah, no, I'd be like seeing my dogs, and they're just laying on their back with their tongue out, and I'd be like ready for my shift, and I'm just like, I wish.
I went to the store yesterday, and I was gonna buy a 6-pack of beer, and it was $20.
Oh my gosh.
I think because of the tariffs. Because it was Mexican beer. And I got kind of salty, and then I was going to buy the cheaper looking beer. But then I realized it's because it was American-made beer. And I was like, oh, that's what they want me to do. So I just went back and I bought the $20 beer instead.
Part of the scheme.
Yeah, part of the scheme.
Okay. And then you also have, going back to your pets for a moment, you also have 2 cats.
2 cats.
Right? Or is it 1?
Yeah, well, technically, we only wanted the kitten.
Okay.
But the people were like, well, we're going to put this one in the shelter if you don't take it.
Oh.
So we just took the mama anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way not to separate the
family. Right?
Now they're a part of your family.
Yeah, exactly. We don't separate families here.
Yeah.
We don't believe in separating families here.
No words needed to be said. Yeah. No, that's so funny because, like, also just transitioning from the topic of pets, like, that's actually how we met in real life for the first time at PetSmart.
At PetSmart, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I remember you were just coming in and you were shopping, and
yeah, was it a very memorable moment?
No, it was like pleasantly surprised. I was like, wait, I think I know you. And then we did like that Spider-Man thing. We're like, hey. Yep. And then because initially we were Facebook friends. And then we just started like DMing each other kind of about music, I guess. And yeah, it was just like a spontaneous like, hey, I know you.
Yeah, I remember seeing you and I was like, this guy looks really familiar. But I couldn't put my finger on it. I was like, should I try to talk to him? Should I not try to talk to him? But so, it was really cool actually seeing a fellow musician in like real life. You know, I feel like a lot of these guys you don't really meet until you're at an event, and then it's like, wow, he doesn't look at it like, you know, like his picture at all, you know?
Oh yeah, true. They'd be out here catfishing.
Yeah, they're fucking catfishing, bro.
Yeah, and then I actually invited you out to a show which Fendi was hosting. He was our last guest, and then we both performed, and we both saw each other perform for the first time.
That was really cool. I really fucked with your energy.
Yeah, no, I like how when you were performing, I told you this off camera, but I'll mention it on camera. Whenever he performs this song called Black Candle Freestyle, you have like this twitch that you do that goes along to the song and to the beat. I was like, dude, that's like cinematic.
Very. Yeah, I try. That was actually, what was it called? That was actually like another rapper told me to do that, and I was like, oh shit. Let me actually try this, and ever since then I kind of incorporated it into like my routine every time I do a show.
It's kind of like light choreography, you know?
Yeah.
Like because I feel like with choreography, when you add it to your sets, it just enhances the story, you know, enhances the narrative and just the overall performance, you know, makes it pop more.
Yeah, I thought you were doing really good whenever you do shows and you start doing your dances on top.
Yep.
And then you come down, it's very animated.
Yeah, it's just all part of like the theatrical performance.
I'm like, damn, bro. Blasting all these guys out of the water with the performance.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, since we're talking... Which one?
That's
nice.
my water?
Yeah.
If you ever want it, yeah.
You guys aren't gonna ditty me?
Nope.
It's in a Spider-Man cup.
Yeah.
I like it.
We went to the Spider-Man exhibit over at the Museum of Science and Industry not too long ago.
There's a Spider-Man exhibit?
I don't know if they still have it. It seems like it was kind of like a...
What did they do there? Like, what are they showing?
Oh, so they had like a bunch of comics and they had a bunch of like equipment from the movies, and you could see the life-size like Tom Holland Spider-Man suit. They had it in like glass case. And yeah, it's just like a bunch of wallpaper.
Imagine just
everywhere.
going and breaking in and taking the suit.
The suit, and you just walk out with it.
Like, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah, and they had like the Miles Morales and the Gwen Stacy, like all the alternative Spider-Man.
Did they have her with her neck broken?
No, they had the alive one. The one from the animated
That's
movie.
hot.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love Spider-Man.
Yes. DC or Marvel?
See, I love Marvel movies, but I feel like DC comics are better.
Okay.
I just feel like they're like I feel like they're very like almost on par with quality of story and like actual quality. The comics, not the movies though. I really wish the movies were like as good as the Marvel movies. What about you?
Yeah, so for me, I always gravitate towards DC a little bit more than Marvel, just because I feel like DC has like more grittier kind of villains and just like atmosphere in general. Like Gotham City, I love Gotham City. Just like Batman
Everyone's just
and Robin.
like depressed.
Yeah, it's just like so awesome. Just like the world and yeah.
So is that your favorite DC hero, Batman?
I would say so, probably.
Yeah? Why not Superman?
He just seems like too OP, kind of basic, kind of boring, vanilla.
You're like, there's no challenges to him.
Yeah, like he could just, and then freaking 10 dudes just fly away, you know. But Batman, he's gotta like.
Do you watch The Boys?
No, what is that?
You don't watch The Boys? Have you heard of The Boys?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's like if superheroes were real. So they're like low-key kind of evil.
Okay.
And there's this guy, I forgot his name, but he's like Superman and he's evil, and he just kills people that piss him off. I'm just like, oh my god, bro, I could actually see this being real, you know, if someone had those powers.
Have you seen the movie Chronicle?
Huh?
Chronicle, have you seen that movie?
Oh, that sounds so.
It's like it came out in probably 2000, like early 2010s.
Where they see things through a ring?
No, it's like there was a space rock that fell onto their high school prom, like.
Oh wait, that one.
And they touch it, and then they get powers, and they get like fly and do shit like Superman.
And then someone takes over their high school.
Yeah, like one of the dudes, he gets like super mad with power, and he starts like using it on people and shit.
Damn, we're just giving them free promotion right now.
Yeah, sponsored by nah. Okay, no, but I wanted to talk more about your music, cause you're a musician. That's like your main bread and butter, I feel. So just like take us back. Tell us your background. Like, how did you first get into music? What inspired you?
So I actually didn't even want to be a rapper. I wanted to do like rock band type stuff. But I didn't really know like people that wanted to do that either. So I was just like, okay, fuck it, I'll just do my own thing. And so I was just making music for about 5 years as a hobbyist, and yeah, I mean it was cool, but I wasn't really pushing stuff, and I wasn't doing shows. And then I was just like, you know what? One day I was watching. Well, you know, if other people seen my interviews, they're gonna realize that I'm just saying the same story. But anyways,
yeah,
I was watching Hot or Not, or not Hot or Not. That's a dating app. The Spicy Ones, Spicy Ones, and they were interviewing Post Malone.
Oh, like Hot Wings.
Yeah, there you go, that one. And he was just talking about how when he first started, he would do a lot of open mics, and that's how he met his manager type shit. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I just try doing that? So I went and I did a bunch of open mics. Like every week I did like 3 or 4, and I met a lot of people. And I was just kind of building connections and getting exposure in all the towns in the area. So like maybe like 2 hours away, and then maybe like an hour over here. So now like I have like almost like a perimeter of people that might recognize me in public, which is kind of cool, you know?
Yeah.
And then right now I'm doing some marketing, but I think I'm gonna get back into doing more open mics, because I feel like that's how you really get into the community. And then if anyone's watching this, do open mics. Okay.
Open mics, very importante. That's actually, because me and Sativa, we actually did a show where we were like at a red carpet movie premiere event, and the dude who was like hosting it, I actually met Brando Elemental through an open mic at the Drunken Donut. That's how like we got exchanged Facebooks and that.
I think I saw him post on that, like the open mic at the Drunken.
Yup. So even just like little moments that you go to your local bar, you meet someone, and then days, months, years later, it just leads into like a really good opportunity, you know? So
that's actually how I met. I was at a show in, I forgot where, but it was like somewhere in Chicago. And that's actually how I met a Chamber of Commerce president and his assistant, and they invited me onto my first interview, which was at Wizard. I think it's 98. I don't remember. Sorry. just edit that out. But that was my first interview, and I think that kind of catapulted me a little bit forward, because people finally saw me in an actual interview, and it was done by like actual government people. And then after that, like my second interview, I feel like it kind of made it easier to get, and you know, going on and so forth. You know.
Yup. Like that snowball. Just
it really is like momentum. A snowball.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, on the topic of your music, like, describe your sound to people who have never heard you before, people who are watching this for the first time.
I would say, kind of dark, depressing, but not depressing. It's like almost like, oh, okay, I can relate to this, but it's not gonna make me sadder type shit. But I think I'm gonna make some angry songs and see how that goes. Exploring different emotions. Yeah. Kind of like exploring how I feel at the point that I'm at in my life. You know, I think that's really good, because then if you're authentic, I feel like more people are gonna relate to you. Yeah, the vulnerability and whatnot. Yeah, but it's kind of hard, because it's like, all right, I'm gonna make this song my diary and my bitch, you know? And now it's like, okay, these people that are listening that know me are actually know me, you know? And it's like, oh shit, you know, now I can't really lie about how I feel, because you know how I feel. Yeah, they like get an idea of your character, of like your style, and they're like, oh yeah. I feel like they kind of try to put you in a box, like once they kind of feel like they have a certain sound that you associate with. Yeah. That's why I think it's cool to like explore different sounds, like how you were saying you do the sad, depressing music, but now you're thinking of switching over to like more of like that angrier music, just like exploring different emotions. Yeah, like you want to slap your boyfriend type music. That domestic violence music. There you go. Yeah, but no, it's just like people are so, and just the world, there's so like many different layers. I just think it's cool to explore many different avenues of music. Like, yeah, like you have your style, which is like I saw your style is very versatile. Yeah. I was like, wow, there's a lot of different stuff going on. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just like everyone has like their different path, you know, and that's what's up. So, as far as music and performing, like, what's your experience been like with performing? I feel like I've had a lot of good days and a lot of bad days. I feel like only half of the people in the industry actually know what they're doing, and that affects a lot of shows, and obviously the outcome, and at the end of the day, the exposure that you're getting. And I think that's why I'm gonna go back to open mics. because I feel like I've gone to a lot of shows and they've been like empty, you know, and it's like, oh shit, I drove 2 hours, 5 hours to get here and it's empty. Like, you know, like if it's close by, it's like, okay, whatever, I can just go home, you know.
Yeah, true.
But what I've noticed is that open mics get a lot more packed, and I think right now where I'm at, I'm building my local fan base, so that then next time I pop out, maybe in a year, and actually do like an actual showcase, maybe I'm gonna throw my own, but I'm gonna have like the audience that I want, you know.
Okay.
Right now, I kind of want to build like the demand for it.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, I'll get there.
It'll get there. I believe you. Do you have any, like, out of all your career so far performing, like any cool moments that stick with you even today?
Yeah, this one time I was it was my first time performing at this place. It was at my Goose.
Okay.
In Bedford Park, and this lady was like screaming because she really liked my music. Like I was performing and she was screaming, and it was the first time I actually seen someone in the crowd, you know, like scream like it was Justin Bieber. I was like, oh my god, that's cool as hell. Yeah, it was like a cool moment. And then I had another moment similar to that one in Chicago. Someone had invited me to this open mic, so I went, and I had that moment again, but with a different woman that also screamed. Like, we were making eye contact. It was crazy, bro. I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
Like, you know, maybe if there was more people here, like, you know, like you could kind of see the potential with the small crowds. You could see that you got it, you know?
Yup.
It's like kind of cool to see.
Just imagining it like amplified times 10, like that one person, you know?
It's like if there's that one person, I'm sure there's gonna be way more at some point.
Yeah, just motivates you to keep going. Just like little things like that. That's why, like, people who are watching who go to shows, even if it's local shows, like, don't be afraid to support someone who you think is really good.
Yeah,
because it starts there, and like the people who are performing, they see that and they're like, wow, this person believes in me, so therefore I start to believe in myself more when they're building their confidence.
Yeah, that's a mood. It's like starting off with that low self-esteem.
Yep, and then just building up. Heck yeah. So what are some music goals that you have, like accolades, like I want to do this, I want to do that?
You know, it's funny, I actually have a list that I make on every New Year's Day. So let me pull up the list I had for this year. Okay. And then I try, the whole year, I try to actually meet it. Okay, so on my list is make a new song or two featuring bigger artists.
Okay, heck yeah.
Yeah, so we still haven't hit that one, but I don't know. Maybe we will. We'll see. And then it says sell more merch. Okay, so we'll see. We still haven't hit that one. Well, really big goals. But I remember one of these was like get over 50 Spotify listeners. Okay. So specific. I already cut that one down. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I just need to make them more specific.
Yeah, like maybe instead of sell merch, it could be like sell 5 shirts.
There you go. You know what? That's my problem. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, talking about merch. So I actually did design this shirt. I designed this shirt. Obviously, they all don't have rips like this. I just wanted to be a little cool or whatever. So if anyone wants any shirts, hit me up on Instagram. I'm gonna put them on my Spotify, and there's gonna be like a Shopify link connected to it. Nice. Yeah. So we'll see how many shirts I can sell.
How do you make your shirts?
I ordered them off of this guy in Chicago. But I already had the design ready. Okay. So I just sent him the design, and then I was like, hey, can you make X amount of shirts? And then I went and I met him up in his store, and he was like, hey, if there's enough demand for these, I could sell them in my store too. And it's like a brick and mortar store, so that'd be really cool. So that's one of the
professional
goals too. Yeah. Imagine just walking into the store and seeing your merch there. You know?
I could see your merch at like Hot Topic. Hot Topic,
yeah, dude. No, and you know what? I've thought of doing like something where I walk in and be like, hey, can I sell my shirts here? Yeah. And like see if I could work out a deal or something. But yeah.
You never know unless you try.
No, for real. Yeah. Time to hit Hot Topic, right?
Just go to all the Hot Topics around. Just go to this one, go to that one.
We're gonna knock until we get a yes. Okay.
Yo, don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay, so I know you have a couple music videos out as well.
Yes, I do.
What's your process like when you do music videos?
I just show up.
Yeah. Do you have like a vision in your head, or do you write like ideas on your phone, or?
So actually, half of the time I don't have any ideas. I just get to like a spot and I'm just like, you know, let me just have a bottle here and just drink or something.
Okay.
Like I guess my most recent music video, Black Candles. I had hired this guy to come with me, and the only idea I had was that I wanted it underneath like an overpass, because there was a lot of graffiti in the area. So I was like, oh, okay, this seems like a good spot. You know, kind of setting the scene.
Yeah, true.
And once we got there, you know, we set up my music and we put it on really loudly on the speaker. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what to do. I looked at the camera guy. No, for real, bro. I looked at the camera guy. I'm like, all right, bro, what should I do? And he's like, what do you want to do? You know.
That's funny.
So we ended up just doing a bunch of random shooting, and I actually bought some chalk.
Okay.
And I put like satanic symbols on the walls in chalk just to like kind of like augment the scene. I'm pretty sure they're still there.
Yeah, to this day.
I actually left the chalk there too. So if anyone finds it,
there you go.
there's
They can continue the ritual.
yeah, no, for real. But it was cool. It was cool. I spent a lot of money. I spent $500 hiring this guy.
Oh wow.
But it was really worth it. He completely edited the whole thing on his own, and he added his own touches, and I was like, wow, this guy's professional.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it came out really well.
Yeah.
We were watching it a while ago, and actually once or twice, and just
You're like, she was scared. she's like put on cartoons now.
I changed it. Put NCT. Put K-pop.
K-pop.
Yeah. Do you like K-pop?
I don't really listen to it, but I have a lot of friends that do. And I think that the guys in it, low key, look kind of cute.
Yeah.
They do a good job. I don't know what they put on themselves, but they do a good job, man.
Yeah, it's actually funny because she was saying that she got like makeup tips from
the K-pop
those
guys.
Dudes, yo.
Did it work? It worked. Okay, maybe I should look into it too.
Yeah, cause they're like culture when it comes to the music industry is so like different compared to ours. Like they like they have their guys more like
effeminate.
Like kind of looking feminine is exactly my thoughts. And it's just like that mixture of both, and like they shave all their body hair, and they're like,
what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'd do good over there then.
Yeah.
Nah, because I be shaving like my armpits. I be shaving my face like every other day. Because I don't like having like facial hair. I just feel really old when I have facial hair. But yeah, no, I've never been to a K-pop concert. I think I saw you went to one, right?
Yeah, we saw NCT 127, and it was so loud. There was just like a bunch of girls.
You're
there.
like, I have hearing damage.
Yeah, it was very loud, but it was cool because they had like different lights, and the lights would be symbolic of like their brand. So whenever music would start playing, like the lights, they would turn green or blue or whatever, like would go with the song.
I like when venues have that, when they have the lights in different colors. I feel like or like when they can actually manipulate the lights.
Yeah.
Like I usually ask them to like turn them into like red or something.
Oh yeah, I didn't know you could do that. You could like tell the.
There's only like one or two spots that do that, but the ones that do, it's like, oh, you know, now I got cool footage.
Yeah. How do you do that? You just walk up to like.
I just you know
DJ
what's funny?
dude?
You know what's funny? I feel like a lot of people don't notice this, but a lot of people are NPCs. And you can go up to them and just tell them to do something for you, and they will, because they don't know how to say no. It's crazy. It's like, oh, can you, like, what's a good example? I don't know. I usually do this at restaurants. Like, I'll usually like, oh, can you do this? Oh, the host. My friend, her phone was like basically dead, and she had a charger with her, but there was like no outlets. And I went up to the host and I was like, hey, can you charge my friend's phone? Here's her charger and here's her phone. And she literally grabbed her phone and put it behind the kitchen and charged it for her. Yeah. Which is really nice, you know?
That's some good customer service right there.
No, for real. I should have tipped the host, man.
Yeah. Okay, so alongside music, I want to transition off of that for a bit, but I feel like music and marketing go really hand in hand, and I feel like out of like all my peers, you're probably the one who's more deep into the whole marketing world.
Yeah.
So just what's that like?
It's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. It's money consuming, time consuming. I feel like I've learned a lot, and like I guess a good example is like, let's say you have a bar, and it's right off the ramp on the highway. Let's say you had an event there. Obviously, you want people at your event, right?
Yes.
So me personally, I would get a billboard right on the highway, right before the ramp. And, there's obviously going to be people because they're going to see it. They're going to be like, oh my God, there is a bar right there. I'm an alcoholic. Let me go,
Yeah.
And so I think music is a lot like that. If there is no billboard, they're never going to know that the bar is right there. And they're just going to go to the one that they already know.
Yup. True.
So they're never going to listen to your song. And I think there's a lot of good music out there. I've heard a lot of guys that are way more talented than me, but no one's listening to them because they're not actually like getting people, like companies, to promote their stuff, and I think that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
And then you'll talk to them about it, and they'll be like, "Oh no, maybe one day," or just something like that. It's like, okay, all right. It's like, see me succeed then, if that's what you want to do. But it just, to me, it feels like they're just not taking it that seriously. And I was just tired of making music and then only having like 10 or 11 people listen to it. And I mean, that's still cool, that's still people.
Yeah.
But it's like, I'm putting in all this effort, all this time, all this money, going to the studio, and only a few people are listening it, that's crazy.
Yeah. So you feel like you deserve more.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I got the show part down, I got the engineering part down by using someone else to do it, and then now I'm gonna fix my online presence a little bit more, and then use that as leverage to go back out in the real world and throw bigger shows. And I think that's what it's about.
Yeah, because I feel like as a musician, especially nowadays with social media and just like oversaturation, it's like you got to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Like you got to be good with music, you got to be good with promoting, you got to be good with stage presence. Like,
dude, it's crazy. It's too much work sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I doing this, bro?
Yeah, but at a point, it's like, what else? Like, do I want to do, Especially for me, it's like...
Homie's having, like, a midlife crisis on the show.
Yeah, it's like, at least for me, I was like, this is what I want to do, so I got to make it work somehow, some way.
I feel like you're doing a good job. I feel like you're actually getting out there, you're trying, you're meeting people. That's better than 90% of the people that I know that are in this. Yeah,
especially when, like, there's networking events. Like, I think it's super smart as an artist to just, like, go and talk to people... Because I remember one time, I'll go into a short story. I was opening up for Lil Xan at the Forge.
Yeah, that was cool.
And he was literally he was sitting like at the main tables, like at the front near the stage, with his group, with his girlfriend, with his team, and literally all the other artists, like they were just shy, like in the corner, not interacting.
They didn't go up and talk to them?
Yeah, I was literally like, I got there maybe like 20 minutes late, but I was the only one who just went up and talked to him and introduced myself, and I was like, damn, dude, like you guys are missing out on good opportunity here.
That's like when you're at the club and no one wants to talk to the baddie because they think that she's out of their league.
Yeah.
And then you're just that one regular guy that's like, I got the balls to do it.
Yeah. And that's literally all it is. Like, you just go up. Like, I really like how when we were at the event and we were talking to the actors and the director, like, even though the interaction wasn't long, like, you still ask your questions and you still like, hi, my name is Sativa or whatever. So she at least knows your face and knows your energy, and whenever you perform, like, oh, even if she wasn't like thinking about it really, she's like, oh, I know that guy. He said hi to me earlier.
Yeah.
Even if it's little things like that.
You know what I noticed too? Sometimes when you go to shows, right before you perform, talk to as many people as you can, because then they're going to be cheering you on because you just talked to them, and they're going to be like, oh, it's that guy I just talked to.
Yup.
And that's actually worked a few times for me, and I'm like, oh, wow, that's fucking cool,
Yeah, even if they don't like outright support you. It's just they're looking at you because they talk to you, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're, still just
you're already
those
catching their
eyes.
attention.
That's how it starts. But yeah, and I feel like there's so many different ways to market yourself too. Like videos is like a really good thing. Like people love visuals, music videos, short snippets, or even like you were saying, putting money into like promotion campaigns. Like I know how you do sometimes.
Oh, one time I don't know if I said this on another interview. I think I did. I dressed up as a devil. And like I put on full makeup and horns. And I went into the Fox Valley Mall. And I put on a backpack and I put on a speaker in the back, blasting my music.
Oh wow!
And I gave mixtapes away to random people inside the mall.
Oh.
And I started running away from security because they saw me almost instantly.
Yeah.
And I had 3 guys escort me out. It was kind of funny, dude. I got caught in like 5 minutes.
Not long.
Yeah.
But that's mad creative though. Like that's a good idea.
Yeah. I also know a guy. He would actually like get like cardboard things. And put his band's name on it, and then he would stand on the side of the road. I think their band name is Primal Moon.
Okay, I've never heard of them.
Well, they actually got a good following, I think, from all of their creative like ways of promoting themselves. I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and that's all it is. It's like you're creative with your music. You just got to get creative with your promo as well and how you market yourself.
Yeah. Would you ever get like a billboard for an event or anything?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think that's such a good idea.
You know, it'd be cool actually, throwing a showcase with like hand-picked artists that we pick, and then like collaborating on getting the billboard, and then getting the place, and then like
all putting money
and then
together,
everyone
kinda.
else getting the money together, like having them pay slots, but the slots that they pay for, putting it into like meta ads to like the surrounding area by a few miles plus the billboard. I feel like that'd be so cool, and then obviously word of mouth too, you know.
Yeah, that'd definitely be something that we would have to like go further in depth, like at your house or my house, like off camera to plan.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I was just giving them some tips.
Yup,
if anyone's
yup.
watching.
Heck yeah. So okay, we've been talking about marketing. I want to talk about image because I feel like image really ties nicely into marketing as well and music, because obviously like image is what people see. Whether people like to say it or not, like they always have judgments going on. So like, as far as image, what's your image? If you could describe it.
I'd say kind of like homeless looking a little bit.
Yeah.
Kind of like carefree. Like I guess I kind of want to convey who I really am. And I'd say I'm pretty carefree. I guess like I like the dark colors. I guess I want to kind of convey like a rock star kind of image.
Okay.
But like as a rap star.
Like a rapper rock star.
Yeah. Kind of like bringing in the rock gothic culture. That's what I really like, because it's like, this is me and this is what I'm gonna show them. You know.
Nice. Do you feel like you cultivated your image throughout time, you making music, or your image is more so stemming from your personality, you growing up?
Oh, I feel like I've always kind of been like in the gothic scene. But obviously I've never, I didn't make music back then. So I've always kind of had like the same aesthetic.
Even before music?
Yeah, but I purposely kind of made it more exaggerated at times. Especially at shows, like I'll put on the eyeliner and like a bunch of like weird clothing and chains and stuff, because that's what grabs attention, you know. But like on a regular day, I'm still low-key kind of wearing stuff like this. But yeah, no, I mean, it's obviously evolved over time, but it's always been there.
That's cool.
What about you?
My image?
Yeah.
Well, my image, I think I try to like blend a bunch of different things. So like I said it in a past article, that my image is kind of like a blend of anime, video games, and it's just like spirituality and just like personality traits that I feel like resonate with me. And I feel like my image kind of is a big range that kind of goes from like super high vibrational all the way down to like very low frequency, dark, like very like inappropriate, explicit, and just everything in between, you know.
You're a mixed bag?
I think so.
That's cool.
Yeah, I remember when we didn't meet for the first time and we were just Facebook friends. I was like, let me see who this guy is, Sativa Reyes, and I was just like looking through your pictures.
Just stalking me?
Yeah, I'm just like, let me see who this guy is. I'm like, this dude looks satanic as fuck. What the hell?
Yeah, right? I get that a lot, actually. This guy, actually, he was like, so are you satanic? And I'm like, no, not really.
Yeah. You just kind of like, this is what gets attention. This is the image.
Yeah.
You're exaggerating what you're already into for dramatic effect.
Yeah, I really love heavy metal. And so that's actually what I listen to most of the time, especially at the gym when you're trying to get those pumps in, you listen to some angry music and it's like,
yeah. And I feel like just heavy metal as a genre is like very, those images, that visual of like Satanism and whatever, it's kind of closely tied together.
Definitely draws people in, even if they're not fans. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Like Slipknot, like you go and they have all the crazy ass masks and they're like headbanging.
Hey,
like,
it works.
Yeah. And like I know when Tyler the Creator, he was first coming up, like he really dove deep into that. Or X, that's another example. Like
I love X.
Yeah.
He's got some good angry music. That's actually some of my inspo for the angry music.
Okay.
It's like, oh, okay, I like this effect or I like that effect. Who else? Oh, Ghostmane. I feel like Ghostmane writes some pretty good angry music. There is actually a lyric that stood out to me where he was talking about his dad being a pill popper and only caring about popping pills.
Oh, okay.
And telling him he's a disgrace or something. I was like, oh my god, that's so angry. It's like, I want to put that in my music, like, but like obviously my own life experiences.
Oh yeah, because people will relate to it.
Yeah, especially if you're a little crazy, that you get the other crazy people relating to it.
Yeah, everyone's a little crazy here and there. Yeah, that's cool. So okay, when you see in your mind like you performing, like, what's your goals there?
Well, I just hop on it and I'm like, all right, time to like change my personality and put on like a rock star personality. Because I feel like when you hop on, if you don't put on that rock star personality, you're gonna get nervous. And you're gonna be like, oh shit, what am I doing now? There's fucking 40 people, 50 people in front of me. And I have to perform for them. I definitely the first few times you're like, holy shit, I'm gonna piss myself.
You're like a deer in headlights.
It's like, is it that I'm scared or is it the beer?
That's so funny. When you were performing at the last show, were you a little tipsy when you were on stage?
Dude, I was so tipsy.
You were drunk?
I was so yeah, dude, I was drunk because I actually forgot to have breakfast before the show. And so it's like 9 p.m. and I had my first Long Island. And it's got like 5 different types of liquors in it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I didn't really think this through, huh?
You were up there enjoying yourself.
I was like, all right, I guess whatever comes out's gonna come out.
No, you did really good though. Like, after, because you were told me prior that you were like a little tipsy. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, I wonder what's gonna happen. But you like composed yourself pretty good up there.
You're like, I want to see him fail.
No, not at all. I was just recording him. Like, I hope he does good. But
it's like a suspense movie.
It's like, oh man, what's gonna happen?
Yeah. Maybe you should give it a try, but not get that wasted.
Yeah.
Just get like that little like liquid confidence right before.
Chocolate wasted.
Yeah, chocolate wasted. There you go.
Do you know where that's from?
Yeah, Grown Ups.
Yup.
I love Adam Sandler movies.
Me too.
Me and my girlfriend actually binge watched the fuck out of them.
All the Adam Sandler
all of them.
movies?
Almost all of them, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Have you ever watched I forgot what it's called. It's like Gigolo something. Gigolo. It's like this guy who's like a male escort.
I don't think so.
No, it's so funny. It's kind of like Adam Sandler movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you'd like it.
Okay, Gigolo. That's funny. Okay, so I want to dive. So we were on the subject of image, and we were talking about heavy metal and like how your image is more dark, and you're kind of amplifying like your previous, not your previous personality, but your existing personality before music, and you're just amplifying, blowing it up. So like, what I'm wondering is, do you have some sort of interest in the occult world? Is that like something that's on your mind?
I actually really did. So I'm atheist now, so I don't believe in any of that stuff. But I was like really Christian at one point, and then I kind of got turned off by the community because I felt like the community wasn't as scaring as like they were saying they were. So I kind of exited the community, and I kind of dove into the occult a little bit, but it kind of seemed fake. You know, like I couldn't actually, you know, like find like spells or like spell books. You know, I mean, I don't even think that's how it works, but
Yeah.
just reading about it and like the different rituals and shit that people actually do is kind of crazy, you know.
Even like in modern day Hollywood, like you hear about all these parties going on, like all these freak offs, and they're actually
These freak offs,
Yeah,
the Diddy freak offs.
and they're actually like rituals that are, you know, based in the occult world, and just like a bunch of spiritual shit going on.
Where are they at?
Where are they at though?
No, it just kind of reminded me of like in Mexico in the rural areas,
Uh-huh.
where they'll like kill a chicken or
Yup.
something, and then
Uh-huh.
they'll put it in like a black bag with like candles or some shit. I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah, it's
Like,
scary.
poor chicken. You know?
Yeah, cause like I think it's cool to talk about, and I think it's like pretty heavily pushed in pop culture, and I think it's cool to be aware of it. But like, am I gonna go into the forest and summon a demon? Like, probably not. But like, I feel like that actually happens in the world in some areas, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Do you believe in like ghosts, spirits?
Well, one time I was at my house and I was just chilling with my parents. So there was 3 people in the room, right?
Uh-huh.
And we saw what we thought was my sister going into the closet because it was a walk-in closet. And that's where we used to put all the towels, and she was showering.
Okay.
So we're like, oh, okay, it's just her. We clearly saw someone in the closet room, like as clear as like the people in this room. But it was like almost like white looking with long hair, and it sounds so stereotypical. But all 3 of us saw her, and we thought it was my sister, and she never came out of the closet, and we're like, okay, whatever. And then my actual sister, who we thought went in the closet, walked into the room with a towel. And we're like, wait, were you just not in the closet? And she's like, no, I just walked into the room. So that was like a what the fuck moment. Because 3 of us saw it, and it's like, okay, we're not crazy.
Yeah.
So like that kind of makes me feel like a skeptic a little bit. But I don't really believe in ghosts, but if I saw it again, I think I would chase it this time.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I want to see where you're going, you know?
Like a ghost hunter.
Yeah, like sometimes there is this theory actually that ghosts are actually interdimensional beings. And some people believe that they're just interdimensional beings somehow stepping in and stepping back out. So I don't know. That sounds a little bit more scientific to me, but we'll see. We'll see one day, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
Have you ever seen one?
I feel like I've had experiences. Like, I'll share one. I was like very young, and I feel like when you're very young, you probably have a higher chance of seeing ghosts because you're like, they just say like a child's vision, he's like not as corrupt, clouded, yes. So he's like more exposed to that type of stuff. But there was this one situation where I was at my grandparents' house, and I was sleeping with my aunt, and I was probably like 8 and she was, I don't know how old, but it was like the middle of the night, and all of a sudden I'd like wake up and it's like 3-4 in the morning, and I'm just like, oh, what am I doing up? So weird. And then I just see her like slowly getting dragged like off the bed, and like there's no one there, it's just dark.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like slowly like inching,
just being taken,
just slowly like inching off the bed. I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And then like as she's at the edge of the bed, she just rolls like off the bed like super hard, and she just wakes up and she's like, what the heck just happened? And I'm just like, I don't know, you just rolled off the bed. Like, no one's here with that.
And the ghost's just looking at you like you're next.
Yeah, but that was super crazy. And even like my grandma, like she's very religious, and she's very like, oh, I'm getting a bad energy from you, let me do this egg ritual.
My mom does that.
Yup, So,
and then I'm like, I'm gonna eat it afterwards. Just to piss her off.
Yeah, but just like little things like that I've experienced like throughout my life growing up, just like I kind of always felt like, yeah, they're out there somewhere, or like demons, angels, like I think all that shit is real.
I mean, I'd make I'd make a pact so fast. I'd be like, I want to be an A-list celebrity, baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. No, one time I actually found a Ouija board on the side of the street. Just like looking beat up and stuff. And I wanted to take it home.
Yeah.
And maybe fuck with it a little bit.
Yeah.
I made one out of a pizza box before.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I was at a hotel in my younger years with school. It was like a school field trip. And there was this group of girls, like literally right next to us, like it is like the room next to our room. And they were like, oh, we'll come over if you guys get a Ouija board.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, I'll just make one out of a pizza box.
Yeah.
So I did. And dude, that shit was complete, you know? And I told them, hey, we got the Ouija board. And then they're like, well, now we're scared to play it.
Bruh.
even the guy I was staying with at the room, he was like, oh, I don't want to play with that.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I still want to buy one.
Nice. Did you end up playing with it, or you just like, fuck it, no one wants to play with it?
I got kind of bored afterwards. I was like, no one wants to play.
Yeah.
I want to take it to like a cemetery and play it.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, you're edgy.
Maybe have it be like a part of the blog.
You're gonna record that on your own.
Yeah. You're like, I'll be in the fucking car.
That's so funny.
You know, I actually want to take some pictures at the cemetery with like a chainsaw or something for like cover art.
Oh, I've done that before.
Really? At the cemetery?
Not for cover art, but for a music video. I did it at a cemetery. And one of my friends, he dressed up as like Freddy Krueger.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And we were like dueling with lightsabers and shit.
Yeah. Dude, this one time, when I was younger, I had this friend and his dad had a bunch of weapons in his house for some reason. And we're all like, oh, let's play with the swords. And he had a literal French sword, like it was real. And he had a katana. And let me tell you, the French sword was heavy as fuck, bro.
Yeah. Oh
yeah.
God.
And my friend got the katana because he probably knew it was lighter. And here I was, like not with any muscle or anything, swinging this weapon. Tell me why I almost sliced his head off.
Oh my god.
Like I went like that. And I thought he was gonna block it, but he didn't block it, and it cut the branch that was next to his face, and it literally cut it, and it fell on the ground. I was like,
dude, that could have been your head.
Bro, no, for real. After that, we were like, all right, let's put these back.
Yeah, let's not play anymore.
Yeah, I want to buy a sword.
Oh yeah, I have swords. Yep.
Yeah.
I like to collect like blades, katanas, pocket knives, shit like that.
I like butterfly knives.
Oh, nice. Those are the ones like you flip and shit.
Yeah,
right?
I should have brought it. I usually have it, but I lost it. I don't know where it's at.
Yeah. Those are really fun.
Yeah, I got like a black one, so it fits with like the aesthetic. The blade's like this long. I bet that's illegal, you know.
Nice.
I don't really care. It's whatever.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah, no, I think the first time I saw a butterfly knife was in the movie Kick-Ass. Hit Girl, she had one. She was like, and then she like killed a whole bunch of dudes, like gangbangers and shit.
I thought that movie was cool as hell. I like how they burned the Batman wannabe.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, they're just killing people in this.
For real, that one was dark. Okay, so I want to talk about the occult a little bit more. So, do you believe in like different dimensions, different realities, parallel universes, stuff like that?
When I'm manic.
Yeah. In your moments.
No, sometimes I feel like my bipolar gets the best of me, and I'll be having like manic episodes, and I'll have these ideas, and like to me they sound like they're very legitimate ideas that I could actually like do, but then once I get out of that phase, it's like, oh my god, I was just kind of like delusional a little bit. Like one time, I thought, let me go and get a $50,000 loan from a bank and then use it to buy a helicopter.
What the fuck?
And then I was gonna see if I could like start a helicopter business, and then see if I could just like get another credit card and hire a pilot, and then just finance it with debt. But then I'm like, I really thought about it, and I'm like, wow, that was kind of crazy, you know? Because I even looked up like helicopter prices. Some of them were kind of cheap.
Really?
Yeah, but some of them were like 90,000 or like higher, and it's like, that's crazy, you know? Imagine crashing a $90,000 helicopter.
I'd be pissed.
And now it's like, you're gonna pay that off for the rest of your life.
There goes your helicopter business.
But yeah, no, I believe in like aliens and shit.
Oh, nice.
Do you?
Yeah.
Some alien sex?
Alien sex. I feel like that'd be if someone came out with like a weed strain or like a psychedelic strain and it was called
Call it alien sex?
That'd be crazy.
That'd be like a cool like Molly name.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I wish that I was born like 200 years in the future so I could like travel in space like they do in Star Wars. I feel like that'd be so cool, but I guess we're stuck in a timeline where it's only rich people doing it.
Yeah, we gotta make ourselves rich.
Yeah, well, one day.
Yeah. So, as far as different dimensions and stuff like that, and different realities, I know there's like a lot of common misconceptions or common beliefs that's like, oh, in this reality I'm like this version of Sativa, and then another reality I'm like this version of Sativa. Like, do you kind of believe in that kind of thing, or like there's different versions of you scattered across different realities, and this version's a rapper, another version is a cop, another version is I don't know, working at Dunkin' Donuts or
something? No, that was this version. I worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, really? Me too.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know. I don't know. I think that'd be like a cool idea if it was real. Because then it's like, would there be like a dinosaur you?
Yeah,
like
right.
A dinosaur version of you?
Kind of like the Spider-Man universe, but with Sativa.
Yeah, have you ever watched that movie? I think it's called Everything Everywhere.
No.
It's like, it kind of touches up on that subject. And there's like, it shows the version of them as rocks.
Okay.
And then the version of them as like,
as rocks.
Something else, like a chef. I think that's really cool. Do you believe in that?
Yeah, I think that's like super fun to talk about and to think about. Like, even I'll just be living my own life and I'm like, dang, I'm Hector, I'm Whisper
Hector
the Coke
serial
God.
Killer.
Yeah, and then there's like Hector the serial killer, and then there's like Hector the stripper, or like Hector the WWE wrestler.
Why don't you become a stripper? Wouldn't that be so cool?
No, not my thing.
Man, you'd get a following so fast.
Yeah, no, probably not.
No?
Nah.
Would I? Oh, yeah, if I had higher self-esteem.
Or like OnlyFans.
Oh, no, I was actually going to do an OnlyFans. But then I really thought about it, and I was like, I don't know, man, some people are weird.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you made an OnlyFans and, like, your cousins or something, or, like, your grandma or someone, like, subscribe, yeah. Like, that's even more awkward.
And they're, like, telling you what to do.
Like, do you say thank you for supporting me, or are you, like, are you pissed, you know? Like, what do you do?
That's
yeah,
so
I hear
funny.
that happens a lot. Would you ever do that?
OnlyFans?
Like OnlyFans?
No, but when I was younger, maybe like 16, 17, this was like before I wanted to do music.
Yeah.
I was actually like,
You want to be a porn star?
Yes, dude. I was actually like, maybe I should be like a porn star. Like, that seems kind of cool.
The audience goes crazy.
Yeah. And I've like never said that out loud, but it's just like something that I actually really thought about.
I think that'd be a cool career.
And, well, probably not, because I heard like a lot of bad things about interviews, but that's besides the point. But like, I really just, like you were saying, like I thought about it and I was like, probably not. I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like my kind of thing.
I don't know. Maybe I'll do it in the future. OnlyFans.
Never say never.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, but is there any other like ambitions that you have outside of music that you'd like to try out?
I kind of want to keep doing the tattooing thing. But I'm noticing that it's kind of hard to keep up with it, especially with doing music almost full time. Because, you know, you're putting in all these hours every day, and, you know, you got to work on top of that, and then you got a social life on top of that.
Yeah, yup.
And sometimes it gets kind of hard for me to answer messages in a timely fashion. So now I'm like, well, now I don't have time for almost anything else. But I think... Actually, I kind of want to be a landlord, but at the same time, I don't, because it's like, I'm taking advantage of people. But I kind of want to be a landlord one day so that I could charge people like actual affordable rent, and then at the same time fuck over the competition in the nearby area, because now they're gonna be forced to lower their rent too, or they're gonna get fucked by me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that I want to do, kind of just help out the community. Actually, I might do like a food drive in Joliet on the 28th.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get some people to volunteer and help me out. But I'm actually gonna do this first one with my own money, out of pocket. I think I'm gonna go either to a restaurant or I'm gonna order food from like Actually, you know what I should do? I should order food from like tamale lady or something.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like I'm helping the community, and then I'm helping the community again by giving it for free.
It's like a cycle of help.
Yeah. So that's actually another aspiration I have, is to just like build almost like a community that helps itself. But
Like
you know, that one's gonna take work. You know. What about you? Do you have any other aspirations?
Yeah, so once I get stable with my music, I want to dive pretty deep into like the movie world. So,
Yeah, you told me you want to be an actor, right?
So
I actually have a friend that is in acting school. If you want to connect with her, I don't know how open she is to connecting with new people. Though,
yeah, just hit her up and talk about it.
But yeah, you were saying.
But yeah, like TV shows, movies, commercials, or even just like directing my own stuff. Like I think I'd be really good at that. Cause I'll have like dreams, and I'll wake up and I'll be like, "Damn, that dream was like a movie, or that dream was like a video game."
You're like, "Wow, that one was traumatic."
Yup, and I'll Google it. I'll like Google what happened.
You're like,
in my
"Is this
dream.
real yet?"
Yeah, like did someone make this already? And nothing. So then I just kind of take it as a sign, like, dang, it's up to me to put this dream that I had and to share it with the world. So I think I'd be really good at that. And also just like helping people with their social skills, you know, like there's a lot of content out there where you could like hire a coach and they'll like teach you how to date, or they'll teach you how to like form a network of friends and just be social. And I think I'd be pretty good at that.
Do you feel like you struggled with that a lot growing up?
Growing up, yeah.
You're like, now I want to help out people.
Cause like I wanted to date like the hot girls, and I wanted to have like the cool friends, and you
want to have the hot girl with the hot car.
yeah, right. Just like yeah, I wanted to be able to date the girls that I'm super attracted to, and I want to be able to have like high quality friends, and I just want to be that dude who's like popular at the parties and everyone's gravitating towards. And I just started doing my research like on YouTube and following different mentors, and it's just simple stuff like how to approach someone out of nowhere and just teach people that type of stuff, you know?
Yeah, I feel like most of the times it's really just going and doing it.
Yeah, and just getting over that anxiety, because I feel like a lot of people, they'll have like approach anxiety.
Yeah, you know what? Just pretend that you're gonna die at the end of the day.
There you go. That's actually a really good way. It's like, I'm gonna die at the end of the day.
You better go talk to that hottie, because that's it, bro. You're dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I also struggled a lot with that growing up. I felt like it was very hard to fit in with people. And I realized most of the times it's better to just say what you want to say. Unless it's like rude, then it's like, okay, maybe I should think about it.
Tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's cool though, that you want to help people out.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. So we got a few more topics. Ooh, let's do a fun mini game segment. We've never done this on the podcast.
Oh wow,
before.
okay.
This is the first time.
Trailblazer.
So I'm just gonna spit some rapid fire questions at you, and you're just gonna answer it just first instinct. Okay. Don't even think about it.
Oh, I'm scared now.
Okay, you ready? Favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate.
Who's the best musician of all time and you can't say you?
Kurt Cobain.
Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. No need to go into explanation.
8.
Who is your celebrity crush? Have any superpower? Which one?
Flying.
Okay. Dream vacation spot?
Mexico.
Do you watch anime? If so, which was your favorite?
Not right now, but I actually really liked Attack on Titan.
Okay. Attack on Titan's really good.
Yeah, they're wild.
What's something you would never do again?
Crash.
Okay. What's something you've never done but you want to do?
Crash. Kidding. I want to become a millionaire.
Okay, nice. And what's the best thing about your personality?
Nothing.
Just nothing, just blank.
Nothing, I'm shitty, okay?
Okay, so we'll wrap up. I like to end my segments, I like to end the podcast just talking about like gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness. So in life currently, what are some things that you're just grateful for, you're thankful for?
I'm grateful for my family and my friends and my support system. And in my family, I'm including my girlfriend. You know?
Nice.
So she doesn't think I didn't include her, you know? But I think that I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for being healthy, because working in the nursing homes and stuff, I noticed a lot of people are not healthy, and a lot of people take that for granted. And you could be stuck in a home somewhere and like not have legs or something, and your life could be completely different. What about you?
What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for my environment, and that includes like the people who are around me, like my friends, my family. I'm grateful for just like the peace that I've cultivated within myself, you know, just like working through all that anxiety and insecurity and just kind of like being okay with myself. And I'm grateful for
It's like Thanksgiving.
yeah, and I'm
Where's the turkey at?
and I'm grateful for my job, you know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My 9-to-5 job, because I've, you know, without them, even though that's not like what I want to do for the rest of my life, like my passion, like right now, it's helping me raft into transition into what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what it's about. I'm also grateful for the people that support me and my music, and weed.
And weed, yes. Sativa Reyes, everybody.
How's it going?
All right, bro. Thank you for being on the podcast.
Thanks
you were
for
a great guest.
The Spider-Man drink.
Yes.
And thanks for having me.
Sativa Reyes, everybody. Where can they find you? Say whatever you want to say last.
Google Sativa Reyes. Actually, hold up. Let me show you my business card.
Okay.
I usually keep them in my wallet.
There you go. Yes.
So I made this on Canva, and yeah, if you just type that into Google or Spotify, I'll come up.
Show them the back too.
I tried giving the front like a Beetlejuice type of vibe.
Oh, I see.
See?
Nice and simple.
Yeah.
Sativa Reyes.
Sativa Reyes.
Cool. So all his stuff is gonna be in the link in the description, and we'll probably throw it in the middle of the video somewhere. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out. Boom.